Hello, I'm Lydia Hawley. I am with Gut Harmony and I'll be talking to you about your lymphatic system, which is your immune system. And I have been working specifically with the lymphatic system through lymphatic drainage massage for 17 years. So I know quite a bit about it, and I'm going to talk to you today about what it is and how you can do some at-home things to help increase and boost your immunity for like right now. So your lymphatic system is your immune system, and most people, when they hear lymphatic, they think of their lymph nodes in your neck, and that's true. You definitely have lymph nodes there in your neck, and you know that if you're not feeling well, they swell up. And also, if people hear of full lymph nodes, they're like, oh God, I have cancer, I'm dying. But that's not necessarily true. They're just inflamed because your body's letting you know, hey, we need a little bit of help, or some bacteria has gotten in, or things have been stagnant for a while. So your lymphatic system, it's a whole system, and you can think of it sort of like your white blood stream, your white blood system, because it's like this white, yellow, creamy color look. And if you just spread out your whole lymphatic system, it will cover 100,000 miles, as to oppose to your bloodstream, which only covers 6,000 miles. So it runs throughout your whole entire body. It is comprised of lymphatic capillaries, lymphatic vessels, lymph nodes, and you can find these lymph nodes pretty much wherever you find like two parts of your body like joined together. So like your ankles, your knees, your groin, your deep in your abdomen, along your rib cage, your wrists, your elbows, your underarms, all throughout the breast area, the base of your skull, the base of your neck, along your jawline. So these lymph nodes, they run throughout your whole entire body, and they also line your GI tract and all around your organs as well. And so what happens is your blood brings health and nutrition and blood to all your cells, and your cells and tissues give off waste from metabolizing that, and then that sits there around the cells, and your lymphatic system is responsible for removing the toxins and the waste and the fluid that's just sitting there around the cells. And if that fluid's not removed, if the toxins aren't moved, then your cells are sitting there in a stagnant cesspool, and nothing good comes from a stagnant cesspool. So you want your lymphatic system working and moving things the way they should. So lymphatic system, so that's where your lymphatic system picks up. So your lymphatic capillaries pick up the waste from around the cells. They carry it to your lymphatic vessels. That gets carried to your nearest cluster of lymph nodes, which I said are wherever you have two joints in your body, that's where you have lymph nodes. Then your lymph node's job is to kill germs and bacteria and filter out the waste. And so your lymphatic system is your immune system because it's responsible for killing anything that enters the body, whether it's through you breathing it in, like along through your neck area and your tonsils, and also the deep lymph nodes along your GI tract and your small intestine. They also help to safeguard the rest of the body from anything that might have come in from the outside sources. So it's really, really important that your lymphatic system is working well. And over time, it can get slower and slower, and you don't even know it is until there's a major issue that pops up. So I'm going to give you some ways to help yourself at home to boost your immunity and to get things moving in the right direction for this time. And also your lymphatic organs, just FYI, are your tonsils and adenoids, your thymus gland, your appendix, and part of your spleen. And I'm going to give you some ways now to help yourself at home. The number one way of helping your lymphatic system is actually through lymphatic drainage massage, which by doing lymphatic drainage massage, I can feel for areas that are slow and sluggish, and I help to encourage it through manually massaging it and moving it to get going in the right direction where it's supposed to go, which is always towards the heart, and also give you feedback on any areas I feel like that are opening up and responding. So that's something I love to do, and that touch is really, really important. However, at this time, I'll give you some ways to help yourself at home. So there is something called lymphocyzing, If you have a mini trampoline, you can do this, or if you have a bigger trampoline, you can do this as well. So what it is you actually just stand on your mini trampoline. You keep your feet flat on the mat. You bend your knees just a little bit, and then just let gently bounce. It's just a very gentle bounce, and what this is doing is actually stimulating your lymphatic vessels, which are actually one-way check valves, to move the fluid through. So a valve will open up, the fluid will move into it, the valve closes behind it, so there's no backflow. It's just supposed to keep open, closing on its way forward towards the heart, towards the nearest cluster of lymph nodes. And so you can start off with doing this for 3 minutes, and then each week increase it by 1 minute until you get up to 10 minutes. You can go longer, but I find that most people are like, they don't want to do it longer than 10 minutes. And so, again, you can do this on a mini trampoline. That's the best way. If you do it on a bigger trampoline, make sure you're the only one on there, because you want to be only moving your energy on there. And you can also sit on the side of the bed if you really need to and just bounce very gently like this. Again, it's a great way to get the lymphatic system going, because once you start going deeper and making it bounce deeper and engaging the heart and your blood starts pumping, then you've gone from lymphasizing, of just specifically moving the lymphatic system, to exercising. So you just want to do it slow and steady. And also the bouncing mini trampoline is actually energizing. It sort of like wakes you up. So I found like doing it before bed keeps you awake. So doing it through the earlier part of the day is the best way to do that. Another thing that you can do for the lymphatic system is slow, steady walking. It's sort of the same idea as lymphasizing, and you're just walking slowly. You're just enjoying the day. You're just enjoying nature. You're looking around. It's just a slow, steady walk. Once you start walking faster and you engage the heart and get the blood flowing, again, you've gone out of lymphasizing specifically for the lymphatic system, and you've gone into exercising. So again, slow, steady walking. And for some people, you might notice this right away. When you do slow, steady walking, like when you get done, you might feel like in your thighs, it feels like this this tingling, pulsing sensation through your thighs. That means your lymphatic vessels are like really, really, really responding to the walk. And that's a good sign. It's a good sign. And how long you have to walk a day? At least 10 minutes, but I would, go longer if you can. So those are 2 ways to lymphasize, through bouncing and through slow, steady walking. Other ways of helping yourself is through deep breathing. So by deep breathing, you actually engage the diaphragm, which actually changes the whole pressure inside the abdomen, and that will actually spurt the lymphatic system into working faster by 15%. So the deep breathing is you breathe in through your nose. As you do, you push your belly out like you're pregnant, and then you blow out through your mouth. So deep breath in. And you want to do that 9 times. Okay? Other things that are really helpful for the lymphatic system is Epsom salt soaks. So what you do is you take 2 cups of Epsom salt, put in a tub of warm to hot water. You soak in there for 20 minutes. Epsom salt is really great for pulling out toxins out of the body. And you think about it, we're dealing with a superficial lymphatic system, which sits just below the skin, above the muscles. So the Epsom salt is drawing toxins out of the skin and out of your lymphatic system. After 20 minutes, then the water usually starts to cool down and things starts pulling back into the body. So after 20 minutes, you just want to rinse off, and that's another great way to help yourself. Another thing is vegetable juice. Vegetable juices, the greener the better, are really, really good for your lymphatic system. So your greens, maybe throwing some cilantro in there, some beets in there. Grapefruit is really, really good as well. So those are some great ways to help yourself right now. Dry skin brushing is also really great thing to do for yourself, but I believe somebody else is covering that. So thank you so much for taking care of yourself, because only you can do that.